What's up, Goy Squad? Famox here from GameOnYourFace. I took a little Christmas break from NHL, so this is my first player review in a while, but you can expect me to start doing these on the regular again 1 to 2 times a week. And let's get started with this. Pavel Datsyuk versus Patrice Bergeron.
This video is brought to you by Hot Puck Traders for all your hot puck needs.
The rules. I will play both players for 7 games on 100 chemistry lines. They will not be assigned any boosts or captaincy cards. The overall grade will be based on 5 stats: puck skills, skating, shooting, physical, and defensive. His current average price is $90K, putting him in the same price range as Phil Kessel. Puck skills. He gets a 9. We all know that in real life, Datsyuk's deking ability is the benchmark that all others are compared to, and that holds true in the game. His Datsyukian dekes will mystify opposing teams as you walk in for the goal. His stick movement is very fast and easy to control. He's also great with the sauce, but unfortunately he's not as great as he was last year. In NHL 14, even his most questionable pass will get through, but now there's that small percentage that will be picked off by the defender. Skating. He gets an 8. Datsyuk's speed is above average. It's nothing amazing, but it's better than most players. He also has very good acceleration. His quick feet will have him blowing by a lot of defensemen. But the best part about his skating is his agility. He can carve up the ice like a pumpkin in October and leave opponents reeling. His quick stops and sudden turns make him a very tough guy to catch. Shooting. He gets a 7.5. Datsyuk's shot is not as good as it was last year. He can still snipe it, but just not consistently. There were times when I was trying to pick corners and he would miss the net completely. It also seems like he got robbed on a lot of open net chances, but you could just chalk it up to bad luck. And his slap shot is not even worth mentioning. Most of his goals came from pure dangles or cross-crease one-timers. Physical. He gets a 6.5. I'd say that Datsyuk's physical performance was exactly what I expected. As I mentioned, he's a very slippery player, so usually the hits can be avoided. However, if you do get caught, it won't take too much to knock him down. That being said, he's not outrageously weak like Bergeron was, and a lot of times he'll take his opponent down with him. Defensive. He gets a 9. Datsyuk is undoubtedly one of the best two-way players in the game, and in just 7 games, I can definitely see why. He's got a great poke check that always connects, and he's tallied up a countless amount of takeaways. On top of that, he's got great discipline and didn't make a single trip to the penalty box. But the reason he didn't get a 10 out of 10 is because of his face-offs. I believe it's the one skill that has been decreased the most since NHL 14. Last year he was great on the draw, but this year he went 32 for 51, giving him a 63% average. So still pretty good, but not mind-blowing. Total points. In 7 games, he got 5 goals and 4 assists for a total of 9 points. His overall grade comes to 8 out of 10, or 80%. That's a B-. This year in Hut, Datsyuk has dropped from a 95 to an 89 overall. However, the changes aren't that drastic on the ice. Last time I reviewed him, he got an 83%, and this time he got an 80. So there is a slight difference, but again, nothing major. He still delivers what you expect. He's got that magic touch with the puck, he's a great setup man, and he excels on both sides of the ice. I definitely loved what he brought to my team. However, the review's not over yet. Now it's time to shift our focus over to cover athlete Patrice Bergeron. His current average price is $70K, putting him in the same price range as Marian Hossa. Puck skills. He gets an 8.5. I found that Bergeron was a better passer than Datsyuk. Almost all of his passes went through, even the ones that I didn't think would. But the reason his puck skills is 0.5 less than Datsyuk is because he's not nearly as good when it comes to deking. He feels much slower with his stick movement, and his loose puck dekes are not as effective. Skating. He gets a 7. I would classify Bergeron's skating ability as mediocre. His top speed is manageable, but there are plenty of players that would beat him in a one-on-one race. His agility is what brings him down the most. He's not one for quick, explosive movements, and at times he feels clunky with his turns. Shooting. He gets a 6.5. Bergeron's shot is definitely not his strongest point. In fact, in his 7 games, he only notched 2 goals, and neither of them were snipes. There were many times that he rung the post or just straight missed the net. Not only did he lack accuracy, but his shots weren't very powerful either. Physical. He gets a 7.5. Bergeron was actually much stronger than I expected. Now, I'm not saying he's a big hitter, but he can sure take a hit or two without really being affected. Meaning, when he does get hit, he never really gets annihilated. he'll just stagger or get knocked to his knees without fully falling to the ice. And when he does go down hard, he's very quick to get back up. Defensive. He gets a 9. I think Datsyuk still has the edge on Bergie when it comes to pure defensive ability. He intercepted more passes and totaled more takeaways. However, Bergeron was better on the draw. While I don't think he was as good as he was last year, he still went 35 for 50, giving him a 70% average, beating Datsyuk by 7%. But don't get me wrong, these guys combined for a total of 5 Selke trophies, so defensively, you can't really go wrong with either one. Total points. In 7 games, he got 2 goals and 6 assists for a total of 8 points. His overall grade comes to 7.7 out of 10, or 77%. That's a C+. Bergeron is a very solid player. He's an elite passer, he's great in the defensive end, and of course he delivers in what he is most known for, his amazing ability in the face-off circle. But that's pretty much all he can bring to the table. His shooting and skating are mediocre at best, and while his physical ability is okay, it's nothing special. So between the two, I would definitely suggest Datsyuk. He's quicker with the puck, he's faster on his skates, and I feel like he's the bigger threat when he's on the ice. But again, this is just my opinion on it, guys. These two players are very close in ability and skill, and when it comes down to it, it all depends on your play style. So 2 weeks ago, when I put up my last review, I put the vote up, and 40% of you guys voted for Lidstrom versus Bork. So that's what you're going to see in the next one. And don't go looking for that vote again, because after Lidstrom versus Bork, I'm going to do Lemieux to finish off the Legends. Now, I know some of you may be thinking that I didn't do Robitaille. I did play him, and I just don't think he's review worthy. Quick review on him, guys. He's pretty bad, so I probably wouldn't suggest him to you. So that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more of these, then subscribe and join the Goif Squad. I'm Famox from GameOnYourFace, and I'll see you in the next one.